Guys, some of you that are newer to the channel might not know this, but I am a knife designer and I always am horrible about publicizing my own stuff. So that changes. We're going to talk about my new knife design, the Habu by KATSU Knives, my design, and it's pretty awesome if I do say so myself. All right, guys, like I said in the intro, I am super excited about this because I'm getting to talk about my knife. I don't do this often enough. I have multiple knife designs. I think I've only ever done a couple videos about my sea snake video, and I just neglect to. I want to change that. So I have designed this knife with KATSU Knife Company. They have been incredible to work with because I wanted to provide a high quality knife that kind of harkens back to the things, like Jim Skelton said, harkens back to the things that I remember seeing back in the day before some of the more budget line knives came out. Now, KATSU Knives has been doing an incredible job with some stuff. So this is going to be coming soon. There will be some changes to this, which we'll talk about at the end. But basically what you've got is carbon fiber, titanium, S90V, folding knife, beautifully done. Now there's going to be some colors. We'll talk about that in a minute. But basically what I wanted was I did not want this to be the average folding knife. So it's not going to look like it. It's not going to feel like it. It's going to be different. And the big step that I took was I told them I wanted it to be a full convex. Now I know that they can do it because they've done it on some of their other knives in the past, like this ZK01. And they did it exceptionally well on this, and that's why I said when we did this, I wanted it to be a convex because nothing cuts quite like a convex. When you get one of these, you're going to be amazed at how it feels to cut with. So what a convex is, it's a full, you can see it, it is radiused all the way to the edge. So it's like an apple seed grind, like a Japanese sword. It comes all the way down. Now this is not a zero grind on this, but it's a very, very fine secondary edge on this. This S90V on it's incredible. So there's some things on this that you're not going to see on a lot of other knives. It does not have any jimping, and that's because I don't like jimping. The jimping that's on some of these knives just isn't functional. It doesn't serve a purpose. And on a knife like this, with this kind of a handhold and a big forward choil like this, it's not going to slip out of your hand. You really don't need the jimping, so that leaves you a nice, clean look. The convex edge on this, like I said, not something you're getting in a typical folding knife. It's going to give you a different cutting experience. There is so much less friction because a straight flat ground blade will allow it to cut, but then the material stays in contact with the blade. On a convex, it pushes that material out of the way as you're cutting. It's an amazing, amazing feeling to cut with. It's almost effortless. I wanted this big swept plunge, and I definitely wanted this type of flipper tab, which is an homage to Elliot Williamson over at Fair & Forge Knife Works. All of his flipper tabs are like this. He taught me how to make knives. You're going to see some similarities, but I definitely wanted this pocket, or this flipper tab, I'm sorry, to work in the same fashion his does, because you can open a beer bottle with the bottom of that, but it also then radiused in, so where you're in that choil, you have that to pull back against. It doesn't feel like you're going to slip up and out of that choil. It's almost like having your finger in a trigger on a pistol. And then you're up in here, you've got a lot of work surface you can push. It's a nice curvature on this blade. You've got, it's radius basically from heel to tip, but it does still have enough flat for you to do a lot of that work and then still have that, and it comes up to a nice piercing tip if you need to puncture into something and do some of that detail work up there. I made sure that we radiused the handles. I wanted them to be very, very comfortable in hand. My favorite thing about a lot of the newer knives is that they're taking the time to contour these handles. When I say radiused, it is a curve all the way. So it's chamfered all the way over. It basically is rounded from the center all the way out. There's no hard edge on that. It's done in a bolster lock because we can use carbon fiber to reduce weight on a larger knife. So you have a size comparison for it to be a larger knife. Hang on a second. We can look at it next to the Benchmade 940, which is pretty much a industry well-known knife. It's probably the best known knife in the knife industry. So you can see, if you know what a Benchmade 940 looks like, you can have a size reference there. Let's get that out of the way because it's a piece of crap. So like I said, a lot of stuff going on here. Now this bolster makes it light for a larger knife. because what happens is we removed this and gave this big carbon fiber scales. Now, carbon fiber scales, there's going to be multiple colors. So the white one has got, there's a white and stone wash, and then there is a blue and black and a yellow and white. So basically when I say white, you're going to have the same stone wash that you have on here. The Mars Valley carbon fiber and the blue frost looking one have got more of a blackened titanium look to them. So it's a really cool look. Nice sweep on this where it contours in. And then that gives you kind of a really cool thing, because a lot of frame lock knives, you lose some of the comfort because you've got an area here. And then a lot of times the cutout for the tensioning of the lock bar, it sits on the surface. This gives you a nice sliding surface for that pocket clip to go in and out. It's a very, very attractive knife. They've got, their work is just incredible. But like I said, no jimping on that except the flipper tab. It's really, really good. In and out of pocket, it's really decent. The pocket clip may change in the future. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with this. I can't tell you right now what their price is going to be. We haven't discussed that, but they are doing all the work. I am going to make a portion. I get paid for every one of these that gets sold, just like Jared. But instead of going through my own company, I'm basically allowing them to do it as a licensed design. The contour on these handles, you can see it. It's just done beautifully. Just sits in the hand so smoothly. Now, there are some things that may change because we're still in the prototype phase. Now, there are some changes you're going to see on the first run, and there's going to be some changes that we may make over time in successive runs. You may see a run of this in ZDP 189. It's one of my favorite steels. So some changes that are coming. They are changing all the hardware out for T8 hardware. This is T6. T6 is okay for certain applications, but I don't like it for a lot of the other stuff, especially if it's a structural screw, like what's holding this backspacer in and things like that. T6 have a tendency to strip much easier. With a T8, you've got a larger well, it's in deeper. The cutouts for the little points are more robust. So that's going to change. The logo where it says KATSU right there, that's not going to be on the final pocket clip. They're going to take that off. It's not that I care about branding. I just don't like that particular branding. And I find when branding is done on pocket clip, a lot of times it makes the knife look cheap. And like I said, I want this to be what it is and look like what it is, a premium product. Next thing that's going to change in the future, hopefully in the future, we are going to maybe make that choil ever so slightly smaller. I've got big hands. You're not going to get much more blade length out of it than that, but maybe an extra millimeter and a half, maybe 2 millimeters on it. And then in the future, I'm going to talk to them. This doesn't bother me too much, but in some pants, that's kind of a hard transition. When some of the pocket clips, let's say the pocket clip that's on this knife that they make, it's a much softer transition into that, that pocket clip, which may make it easier to get in and out of pockets. I have not had any problems. It's just kind of stiff, but it is a very good pocket clip. Really, really comfortable. So just some things that may change, some things that will change, some things that may change. And like I said, I don't know price point yet. And as soon as this gets closer to release, you will absolutely know about it. I'll put out a bunch of videos. I'll be sending it out to people around. I'm going to try and get them to send some to some of the reviewers. And I may do another pass around of the prototypes. So guys, that's it. Let's turn this around. Let's do some final thoughts and send you out about your day. All right, guys, there you go. Not a lot else to say until the new ones get here. I probably won't talk too much more about it. You may see it in some shorts and stuff, but I wanted to do a folding knife that I was proud of for my first foray into folding knives. There may be some budget knives coming soon in the future with other companies or with KATSU, but like I said, I wanted my first one to be something special, and it really, really is. Jim Skelton loved it. Go check out his video. I'll put a link to it down below. At any rate, guys, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. There's a ton of affiliate links down below that support the channel. It's how I basically do what I do here, is the money that you guys, when you buy knives or anything on Amazon. I have an Amazon store down there. Take that, pin it your browser, use it for all of your Amazon shopping. That's what supports the channel here. It's like self-sponsorship. 2 of those links have got discounts built into them. Coffee Brand Coffee, Tempered Trail. Check out the coffee. It absolutely is amazing. And it's 10% off. You don't have to do anything except just click the link. I also have a coupon code of crazysharp. It's all one word, crazysharp. And it works at KATSU Knives, Fire and Forge Knife Works, Rosecraft Blades, Otter Arms, that's O-T-T-E-R, Arms. My buddy makes custom pistol stands. And he also has another company called Otter EDC that makes haptic fidget spinners. And that's 10%. 10% off all of those, all 5 of those spots, just with the coupon code crazysharp. I have a membership. You can join it. You get early access to videos, exclusive content. I am going to be doing a giveaway of one of these. When I get the production versions, I may give away the prototype. So yeah, guys, other than that, you know, I have a public Discord. You can join that. We can communicate that way. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, guys. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comments section, and I will see you guys in the next video.